You are born after about 8.5 months of gestation, weighing a little over 2 kilograms. Compared to most animals of the African forest, you are tiny and fragile at first, relying completely on your mother's care. The moment you arrive, your mother cleans you and keeps you close to her chest. For the first 3 months of your life, you remain almost permanently attached to her body. During this period, she carries you on her belly or her back as she moves through the dense mountain forest. Your source of nutrition is only her milk, which provides you with everything needed for growth and survival in these critical first months. Your home is the mountainous forests of Central Africa, specifically in regions such as Uganda, Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Cameroon. These are the last strongholds of gorillas in the wild. Some live in lowland tropical rainforests, while others, like the mountain gorillas, inhabit cooler volcanic slopes at altitudes above 2,000 meters. These areas are rich in vegetation but also filled with dangers. The forest is alive with birds, insects, snakes, and predators, making every day a challenge. You are born into a troop, a social group of gorillas, led by one powerful male known as the silverback. Around him are several females and their offspring, sometimes joined by subordinate males. Your troop is small, only about 7 members, but even in this modest group, the bonds of family and protection are strong. You quickly learn that your safety depends on your mother's vigilance and the silverback's strength. By the time you reach 6 months, you start to experiment with solid food, nibbling on leaves and soft stems while still depending on your mother's milk. At 1 year old, you are beginning to walk, although you still ride on your mother's back when you get tired or when danger is near. Childhood for a gorilla is not a solitary experience. You learn constantly by observing and imitating the adults in your group. The lessons are practical and essential. You learn which leaves are safe to eat and which plants to avoid. You practice digging for roots, stripping bark, and identifying fruiting trees. Communication is another vital part of your education. Gorillas use over 20 different sounds, gestures, and postures to communicate. You learn what each grunt, hoot, and chest beat means: comfort, warning, reassurance, or aggression. The troop itself is your school. Discipline also comes early. If a young gorilla behaves too aggressively or ignores social cues, the mother or even the silverback corrects the behavior. Respect within the troop is not optional. It is necessary for survival. By playing with your cousins, you practice wrestling, chasing, and trunk climbing. What seems like play is actually training for the strength and coordination you will need later in life. At 3 years old, you begin to rely less on your mother's milk and more on your own ability to forage. You spend more time exploring near the troop, climbing low trees, and testing your independence. But the forest is not forgiving. Predators are always searching for weaknesses. One afternoon, as you wander near the tall grasses where fruit often grows, you notice a change. The air feels tense. Suddenly, a leopard bursts from the cover, leaping toward you. Its speed is terrifying, and for a moment it seems like you will be its meal. Before you can react, a powerful sound shakes the forest. Your father, the silverback, charges in, beating his chest and roaring. He slams the leopard with his massive strength, forcing it to retreat into the undergrowth. The danger passes, but the lesson is clear. Alone, you are vulnerable. With the troop, you are protected. Moments like these shape your instincts. You learn to trust your senses, to pay attention to the silence of birds or the sudden rustle of leaves. You also understand that the silverback is more than just a leader. He is the defender of the family, the protector who stands between life and death. The troop calms down and resumes its routine, but you never forget how quickly danger can appear in the forest. By the time you reach 6 years of age, you enter a stage known as the blackback phase. Your body is much stronger, your muscles more visible, and you are able to keep up with the group during long movements across the forest. Your back is still, covered in dark fur, but over time it will turn gray as you mature into a silverback. This stage is about proving yourself. You wrestle more intensely with peers, not just for fun, but to demonstrate strength. Your father watches these contests carefully, evaluating which young males may eventually become rivals or successors. The troop provides food, structure, and protection, but you are expected to contribute as well. You help keep watch, warn of predators, and sometimes assist younger guerrillas. Even with these responsibilities, daily life is repetitive. Eat, play, rest, and travel. These are the rhythms of your existence. Gorillas spend up to 8 hours a day feeding, mostly on leaves, stems, fruits, and bamboo. The forest provides, but only if you know where to look and how to cooperate. In these years, you gain not only strength but also the discipline of troop life. By the time you reach 6 years of age, you enter a stage known as the blackback phase. Your body is much stronger, your muscles more visible, and you are able to keep up with the group during long movements across the forest. Your back is still covered in dark fur, but over time it will turn gray as you mature into a silverback. This stage is about proving yourself. You wrestle more intensely with peers, not just for fun, but to demonstrate strength. Your father watches these contests, carefully evaluating which young males may eventually become rivals or successors. The troop provides food, structure, and protection, but you are expected to contribute as well. You help keep watch, warn of predators, and sometimes assist younger guerrillas. Even with these responsibilities, daily life is repetitive. Eat, play, rest, and travel. These are the rhythms of your existence. Gorillas spend up to 8 hours a day feeding, mostly on leaves, stems, fruits, and bamboo. The forest provides, but only if you know where to look and how to cooperate. In these years, you gain not only strength but also the discipline of troop life. At 15 years old, you are in your prime. You stand 180 meters tall on 2 legs, and your weight exceeds 220 kilograms. Your muscles are dense, your bite is powerful, and your arms alone are nearly 9 times stronger than a human's. Your fur has turned silver across your back, announcing to the world that you are now a silverback. You are a leader. With leadership comes responsibility. You decide where the group feeds, where it rests, and how it responds to threats. You maintain peace within the troop, breaking up fights and protecting the younger guerrillas. You face predators with unmatched courage, charging at leopards or other intruders that dare to threaten your family. In this period, you are the center of order, strength, and survival. Your role is not only physical but also social. You must keep your troop together, ensuring the females remain loyal and the young grow strong. Occasionally, outsiders try to take your place, but you defend your status fiercely. For now, your dominance is uncontested, and your troop thrives under your guidance. As decades pass, your power begins to fade. By 35 years old, your movements are slower, your muscles less firm, and younger males in the forest begin to test your authority. Your teeth are worn from years of chewing tough plants, and your once deep chest beats no longer echo with the same force. One day, a younger blackback who has grown into his own silver fur confronts you. The fight is long and brutal, echoing through the forest. You strike with all the strength that remains, but age is not on your side. Eventually, the younger male defeats you, taking over the troop. You retreat, injured and exhausted. In the wild, there is no retirement. Soon, your life comes to an end. The cycle of nature continues, with your offspring and your troop surviving under a new leader. Your story as a gorilla reminds us of the harsh but balanced truth of nature. Survival, growth, leadership, and decline are all parts of the same journey.